and welcome to the Inner Alchemy. Firstly, let me compliment you for taking this huge leap towards your future, because this is not just a program. This is a unique approach which has been developed over a period of 15 years of trials, error, learnings, and improvements. Now, my name is Guido Balsari. I've been involved in helping people for over a decade and a half, and I'm so pleased today, myself and the pool of specialists and professionals that put this program together, to propose it to you for your future. I want to tell you a little bit why the Inner Alchemy is so unique. It is unique because it's very holistic. Holistic in a sense that I want you to take the analogy of a car. Let's assume that you have an accident, and let's assume that your car is really pretty banged up. Then you take it to the panel beater, you fix the bumper, you fix the bonnet, the headlights, and it looks good, right? It looks good. Then you say, wow, this can go around like this. But if the accident was due to a failure of the brakes, you just don't change the brakes, because if the accident was actually due to the fact that there was no more brake liquids, it's not enough. And if the liquid wasn't there because the reservoir had the hole, again, you have to backtrack. You have to work on every element that was part and parcel of the problem. Einstein said that you cannot resolve the problem with the same mind that has created it. And that is exactly why we're here. We're here because we understand that substance abuse, alcohol, drugs, prescribed medication, and for that matter, any other dysfunctional or self-destructive behavior, it is not the problem, but is the behavior caused by the problem. And we know today, by looking at the great picture, by looking at the studies from psychiatrists, from psychologists, from everybody that has attempted to give an explanation to these terrible conditions of self-dysfunctional behavior, self-destructive behavior, that if we combine them all together and not individually, something interesting comes around. What is the Inner Alchemy then? Well, the Inner Alchemy is exactly what the word means. We are using what we have inside. We are looking at the functionality inside of us to be able to grant ourselves a good performances in our life. So, how do we look into this? Let's say that we have 5 parts that compose ourselves and our behavior, and as a result, the quality of our life. 5 very important parts, but 5 individual parts. And those 5 parts together create the result of our life. So, the very first, to give you an idea, let's put it this way. Let's use an analogy, or the analogy of a cell phone, for instance. There are various aspects that allows your cell phone to be either a great cell phone or not a great cell phone. And even sometimes, if it's a great cell phone, it does not have the performances for the application that you need. So let's look at the cell phone, and let's look at the 5 different aspects of it. The first one is how it looks, but also how hard is it? Can it withstand the fall? And if so, does the screen crack? Still usable, but maybe it's broken. Can we do something about it? Can we put a screen protector? Can we buy a cover? Then there is the aspects of the somatic, which means how does the cell phone fit in our hands? How does it feel? How's the vibration feel? Is the vibration too high? The vibration too low? Is the sound too high, too low? Then there is the neurological side, which is during construction, where all the hardware composing your cell phone functioning well, were they okay, were they fit properly, was there a defect in manufacturing, was there a breakage during the assembly, and if so, did we actually were we actually able to fix, or neurologically, did we damage some of the hardware during using the cell phone? Then we have the emotional aspect, and the emotional aspect is a bit like downloading the apps that you think you're going to need for the usage that you want to do with your cell phone. Finally, there is the cognitive. The cognitive is how all comes together. Because the cognitive is the ability of a person to have an appropriate response to the circumstances that happens in your life. So, how does this program work? We will deal in all the 5 aspects which I have now explained to you: the physical, the somatic, the neurological, the emotional, and the cognitive. And for everyone, we allocated a color, because during the videos and during some of the homeworks, we would like to color code it, because we want you to understand which part of those you're working on. The somatic, it will be blue. The physical, it will be green. The neurological, it will be kind of dark pink. The emotional will be yellow. And the cognitive will be red. We will be together for a period of 24 weeks. It's a very long period. And every week you will receive a video from me with the explanation of a few topics. Remember, we cannot go from step 1 to step 3, because this is a building up. When we start in week 1, you need to work every single day before the next video comes up, because that video 1 will build the foundation upon what we put the brick on video 2, and upon what video 3 will put the brick on video 2, and so on and so forth. So it is very important that you, for the next 24 weeks, put all the effort you can in your future. I don't want you to consider this as a matter of remain sober. I want you to consider what you're doing in 24 weeks as building your future. Don't focus on the problem, focus on what you want. Don't focus on what it is today, focus on what you want it to be tomorrow. Because at the end of this 24 weeks, you can be not only the best expression of yourself, but you can also be the best ally you've ever had. So let's understand it a little bit deeper. From today, you are taking a set of supplements that has been studied in the United States to rejuvenate your brain. Because not only substance, alcohol, but also trauma, PTSD, also panic attacks. And as you will learn in this program, panic attacks is something that we all go through every single day. Those create injuries in the brain. Let's put it this way. And as you injure the vehicle that takes you around, obviously it is affecting the performances. Therefore, don't consider yourself broken, but consider yourself that you are taking a revamp of yourself, a bit of a revamp in your life. Again, keep the focus on where you're going, not on where you come from. Where you come from is just an experience, and problems are just an opportunity. In those 24 weeks, we will give you the tools that you need. We will give you what it takes for you to become the best that you can possibly be, and for your life to become a beautiful experience. I'll be with you during this period. So are the people surrounding you. You have a team on your corner. Use it. I'll see you soon in the first video.